Hey y'all, it's Plowboy's Ghost Channel. Figured today I will show you what I've got going on. And yesterday I started messing with this rear sight on the Blackhawks. Here a little while back when I caught them in stock, you can see there's a factory sight on the 4 5/8 41 Magnum. And on the 6.5 inch that, yes, I have pulled a scope off of, you can tell a definite difference in the rear sight. So let me explain what I did. A little while back I caught Magnum Research finally got their BFR rear sights back in stock, which are LPA made sights. And at the time I had 4 Blackhawks, including the one here with the scope on it, that had the scope on it. And since then, in my Mustang trade, you can see out there, I let go of the 5.5 inch 45 Colt Blackhawk. So I don't have it anymore. So I have one of the LPA sights to kind of test with, mess with, whatever, since I still had 3 Blackhawks. All right, let me tell you first off, there are some things, I have to check these are both unloaded since I'm going to be dealing with them, handling them like this. There are some things about the LPA rear sight. Let me see if I can get the light best for this. Y'all get to see all the garbage in my carport. Not a hoarder. But anyway, that is right there would have sufficed, wouldn't it? That has a much better sight picture with that LPA rear sight. And y'all, it don't look nothing like to my old eyes. Did it like it does to the camera here. There are some differences in that rear sight. First of all, the screw in the top for the adjustment, of course it's also mounting, and the pin position are the same. So it will go on there. What's different, if you can tell here, is that the rear sight hangs over quite a bit, and with it all the way down, it does not touch, but it kind of, there you go. You can kind of see there that it's not touching. But it's real close to touching a hammer. But y'all, that much better sight picture, I think, is going to be worth the aggravation. That's one thing that's different. You know, just since I'm showing you the sight picture difference, you see the hangover is a lot different. And this one's unloaded too. I had to double check and be sure, but I got the ammo in my pocket. They don't come quite as close because it's not hanging off as far. All right, first of all, to get this to mount on there, I removed some material on the underside of the rear sight where it hangs over the frame, or otherwise it was contacting the frame and keeping it from going down as far as it is. And I need it to go down as far as I can get it to go down without getting into the adjustment screw. I did that to one and broke it. So the first one was a sacrifice to figure out how far I could go, and that's what I used here. I still got to re-black the top where I did a little bit of sanding on it. It's not completely done. Okay, on the underside, the Ruger uses 2 springs underneath it. Uses one in front of the screw and one behind the screw. So that's the pockets that are drilled into the gun frame. I did not want to change the frame of the gun by re-drilling them any, which I did take just a touch. See if I cock it here and show y'all. I did take just a little bit where the rear sight comes down there and sits on that. I did take just a little bit of the frame because it had like a little ledge sticking up that didn't make any sense. So I did take a file to it real lightly, and re-blued it. No big deal whatsoever. But it didn't change where the holes were drilled in the gun. What I did do, because see, like I said, the Ruger uses a screw in front of and one behind, uses a spring in front of the screw and behind the screw, one each. Well, the LPA uses a side-by-side position, side-by-side screws behind the screw here. So what I did was on the rear sight, I drilled a new hole, or a new pocket, for the spring to sit in to match up with the frame of the gun. And behind it, the screw here. On the rear sight, I took and kind of with a Dremel removed the little web between the two pre-drilled holes, pre-drilled pockets in the screw and the sight for the springs, and just lined it up and let it sit in the middle of that pocket, in the sight, right over the corresponding pocket that's in the factory Ruger frame. And it really works pretty good. I'm not sure that's the best way to do it, but let me tell you, why would I do this? Well, it's because that rear sight I got from Magnum Research for $20-something, and that comes with a pin, it comes with a screw and the springs, and that's a fully adjustable LPA rear sight. Now, that is the reason I did this, is because that is dirt cheap compared to going to some other people and to some other companies like Bowen or whatever and giving over $100 for a rear sight. Some of the other places are less than $100 for a little add-on leaf in the back, but that's not bad either. And that might end up being the way that I'm going, but right now, I've yet to shoot this to see just how, and I know it's going to print high probably. I don't know if it will with the rear sight all the way down, but I'm going to shoot it and figure out just how off it is and then what I've got to do from that point. And when I know, I will let y'all know more about how it worked out. But let's see, I'm set them here side by side and see if I can get a good picture for you comparing. Line up the frames best I can with the rear sights here. And there is a definite change in the rear sight, definite difference in the rear sight. Yeah, that's about equal. And I do hope that that LPA Magnum Research sight works out good. I think that it's going to, and I've got high hopes for it. So anyway, that's what I got going on. That's what I'm thinking. I've had this project on the back burner for probably a couple of months, 2 or 3 months. I ordered these a while back when I saw that Magnum Research had them in stock, and I just went ahead, like I said, and ordered 4 of them for just a little over $100 shipped. And because they've been out of stock for a long time, I've been wanting to try this, and finally got the chance. We will see how it works out, but I am encouraged with, to me, the looks of the gun. I'll do it this way. It don't really, to me, it don't take away from the looks of the gun. It's not going to be, it don't look like as smooth and minimalistic as a single action Army, but then again, it's an adjustable sight Ruger, so it's not going to. I don't think it looks, that much worse. I don't think it looks any worse, really, than the factory rear sight. And hey, if it makes it easier for me to hit with, to me, that's more important than the looks. But once again, I don't think that looks bad. Matter of fact, I actually kind of like it. And yeah, I've got to do something with the grips. I got to do some grip work on this one, like I've done on this one in the 45. Tell me what you think in the comments, and I appreciate y'all watching. I will talk to you later.